Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to make a comparative analysis of Shanghai and Nanjing population forecast. The Shanghai Council requires accurate population forecasts for planning. Similarly, Nanjing's urban development depends on precise population projections. They are essential for urban planning and shape the future of these cities. This presentation compares a model for Shanghai and Nanjing, focusing on the methods and assumptions behind these projects. In Shanghai's model, it utilized a logistic growth model considering economic, social, and demographic factors, key variables including population at time t, carrying capacity, growth rate, and time. In Nanjing's model, key variables including GDP per capita, which is represented as a function for time, numbers of museums, population. Model formulation is limited to two factors due to data limits, with a significant difference between projected and the real populations in recent years. The impact of the recent economic downturn and the pandemic are acknowledged as factors likely to influence future projections.
For forecast correctness of the two models. In Nanjing's model, we could see from the table that forecasts in the 3 past years are greatly larger than real populations then, and the gap went up as years passed. In Shanghai's model, we conducted the same correctness test as in Nanjing's model. It turns out that the model fits the past data well. The two models share some similarities. First, they both use logistic models as is the most suitable basic function for population growth. Second, they both ignore the impact of big events. For example, during the pandemic, most people were locked in their own communities. This national policy may have a big influence on populations, but are not included in consideration. They also have one major difference: the factors included. Nanjing's model only considers culture and economy, while Shanghai's considers economic, social, and democratic factors. As members of the Census Bureau, we conclude that Shanghai's population model is superior for long-term predictions based on their correctness of forecasts using the past data and the analysis of the shortcomings and constraints of each model. On one hand, Shanghai's model does much better in fitting the past data, so we can also assume that in terms of forecasting the future data, it will get better results too. On the other hand, Nanjing's model has several major shortcomings like ignorance of real-life events, such as pandemic policies or economic downturns, and a small number of factors considered, while Shanghai's model involves more factors, and the only shortcoming is the ignorance of real-life events. Both models have constraints when unpredictable events happen. They are only valid if a city's population nears saturation, and there are no major changes affecting real-life factors. Thank you for watching.